Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting chapter 4, which is really where we get into algebra. Okay? I'm not saying what we've been doing isn't algebra, because it is. But if I can teach you 2 things this entire year, if I can teach you how to solve equations and how to deal with functions and graphing, you will be able to do every math subject from here on out. But I need to make sure that you know how to do equations and how to do graphing. Fair enough? That's what we're starting with. So, like I've already explained, my example, I did this one, was x comma y. We have 2 axes, each axis. The x-axis goes left and right, which is horizontal. The y goes up and down, which is vertical. We start here. Okay, Marissa already told us. What is this called? Starts with the O. Or origin. Okay? So, my point 1 comma 5. I start at the origin. My x is positive 1. I go over to positive 1 on that line. I don't put anything. And then my y is 5. I go straight up on that line to 5 and I put my point. Olivia, you did A, yes? Did it perfectly. You went over. 1, 2, 3, up 1, up 2. Beautiful. Questions on that one? Letter B. Maris, is it you?
Yeah.
-3 over to -3, up to positive 5. Great. Now listen. When we actually graph, I'll give you graph paper. But right now, this is fine. So if it's a little off on your paper, that's A-okay. Letter C was Marissa. Marissa did -1, -4. Perfect. And who did D? Holly? You did +4, -2. Guys, any questions on graphing? How do we feel? Like if I gave you a graphing quiz, we would be like, yes. We'd feel pretty good about that, right? Okay. There will be some graphing eventually on our quiz, which isn't until next Monday. I know, Monday. You guys aren't here on Friday. I know, you're excited. No, Mr. H, it's fine. Don't be so excited, Holly. Don't be so excited. Ooh, can I tell you something that's exciting me? What? So, maybe you guys didn't know this. Like I talk about sports a lot, I talk about lifting and I do all that. But have I ever told you how much of a nerd I am? That I love reading? Like I read fantasy. Like that's what I read. Like when I read, I don't want to be here. Like I want to go off someplace in like a magical world, magic and all that. But I'm also a very big nerd because I love Harry Potter. Like, Maris, did you give me a dirty look?
No, Harry Potter's the best movie I've ever
Well, I didn't say I like the movies. I said I love reading Harry Potter, and I reread the.
movies?
Yeah, they're fine. I reread the series every summer. What? I found socks at Sam's Club. I've got my Gryffindor socks on. You're allowed to laugh. First off, wait a minute. Wait. Ladies, fashion sense at least, I matched the black with my black and gray. I thought that I at least matched colors, because usually my wife dresses me. This was my choice. I thought I did good. Yeah?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
It's really good. I love it.
I hate you guys so much. Okay, fair enough.
I like it actually.
Me too. Wait till I wear tomorrow. What did you say?
Oh, I didn't say anything.
I wear Christmas socks.
Huh?
Or Christmas socks.
I don't have Christmas socks.
You should buy them.
If I had fluffy Christmas socks, I'd wear them. If you get me some fluffy Christmas socks, I might wear them on my hands and just dance around like this.
Never mind.
Okay. So, listen. If I teach you 2 things, we need to know how to solve equations, and we need to know about functions. Now, I'm telling you right now that some of this will be confusing at first. Let me go through it all, and then we'll be with it, okay? Let me get through it. Ask questions when you need to, because this is brand new. We're not solving equations. We're not doing anything like that. This is all brand new. Everybody with me? Okay. May I erase what's on the board? So, I would have a new page of notes saying the date with chapter 4, and then I would have day 1, what is a function? Okay, so new page of notes, chapter 4, what is a function? If it helps, I wore my Ravenclaw socks yesterday to church because I was wearing blue and they were blue. I had
See, I don't understand the differences because, like, I don't watch it.
What is it? It's a house?
Yeah.
For what?
For kids.
I think it's kind of weird, like all the spells and stuff.
Hmm?
Like the spells and
Like
stuff,
the
it's all
witchcraft
weird.
stuff.
It's all weird. It's
Like,
magic.
is
It's
there,
fake.
Slytherin, like the
It's like Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
Just, yes. Just like
I
that.
don't even know Hocus Pocus.
Okay, so a relation.
No clue.
Okay?
You've never seen Hocus Pocus?
I have, but I've never picked it.
Okay, here we go. You ready? So a relation is any set of ordered
It's like a record.
pairs.
Yeah, that's what
Ladies, come on back.
Who's mine?
Maybe, and I know this is just a suggestion, maybe don't do your eyelashes in math class.
I'm not. I'm looking at my iPad.
You have an eyelash curler in your
Yeah,
hand.
but I haven't used it yet, so I'm not going to. But
Yet.
A relation is any set of ordered pairs. Okay, remember an ordered pair is x comma y. Okay, that's going to be important. An ordered pair is x comma y. We want to have this written down. Okay? We have a lot of notes today.
So long story short, I broke my arm.
Long story short, what?
I broke my arm.
Just now?
Like, yeah.
I'm
Arm's
sorry.
about-
You alright?
My arm's getting there.
Okay. So any set of ordered pairs is x comma y.
You should probably sit down.
I really got scared.
I was saying that because you said we have to take a long notes today.
Gotcha. Now I'm with you.
Putting the pieces together.
Yep.
Took a minute. I'm just kidding.
It's
It
alright.
takes me a minute for everything.
Then we have our domains. There are three things that we need to understand about the domains. Number one, the domains are the x values of a relation. All of the x values, not just of one ordered pair, but of the set of ordered pairs. So a domain is the x values of a relation. Another name Another name for the domains is called the inputs. Okay, so we have x values.
Just kidding.
They're called the inputs. And last but not least, the x is the independent variable. Okay, so we need to know the x values. That's a domain. The inputs are also the x values, which means they're the domains. The x in an equation is the independent variable. All right?
Yeah, I was like trying to like move it because my thing was stuck and I
Okay.
can't like get it.
So my domains are my x's. That's what's key. Domains are the x value. Does anybody know what the y's are called? It starts with an R.
Range.
Very good.
That was it.
You say it like that.
I had the wrong definition.
I know the answer.
So there are three things for the range. So if the domains were our x values, somebody other than Marissa this time, what do we think the range is going to be?
Y value.
Absolutely.
Hooray. Why
This is the y
I was like,
values
what did you say?
of the relation. Okay. Another name for the range. If this was the inputs,
Yes.
out, yeah, say it, say it with confidence.
Outputs.
Absolutely,
Hooray.
is the outputs.
I'm sick.
So we have the y values, we have the outputs, and then last but not least, when we're talking about equations, the y is the, if this was the independent, the dependent variable. Because the y depends on the x. Dependent.
So you're saying that you can have the x by itself, but you can't have the y by itself?
Kind of. We're going to get there, not today.
Okay.
We'll do independent and dependent in like a week.
Okay.
Okay? Everybody with me still?
C.
There's no c's, there's only x's and y's.
It's funny.
Yes.
Oh, you were doing Spanish, sorry. Sorry.
Everything's not clicking today, huh? I'm kidding.
I'm having a rough day, what can I say? Okay, so we have our domains and our ranges. Domains are our x's.
Class.
20 more minutes.
Sorry.
No.
I'm just really tired.
I know, you're right.
Oh, I'm still asleep.
Okay, so here's our example.
I can't see it.
A is the set. I've got 1, 3, negative 2, 1, and 3, negative 2. The set of A includes those points. So this is a relation. They are a set of ordered pairs. Everybody with me? These are a set of ordered pairs. Do we see the ordered pairs there?
Yeah.
Okay. So my first question is, what are the domains? Remember, domains are the x values, and in an ordered pair, it's always x, y. Give me one of the x values in this relation. 1. So the first thing is 1. What's another x value, Riley? In here. So remember, it's x, y. So
3.
3. Good. There's only one more. So we've used 1. We've used 3. Isabella? What's the other x value? So xy, xy, xy. We've done 1, which was x. We've done 3, which was x. What's the other? Negative 2. That's my domains. Still with me? Let's do the ranges. So the range is the same way. But this time the range is the y values. The outputs, exactly. Olivia, give me one of my y values. X, y.
Like, say what? Like,
Yep, say one of the numbers, it's a y value. So in one of these.
-2, 1.
Negative 2 is a y value. Give me another one. Somebody. Maris. So we've already used negative 2.
1.
1. Give me one more, Holly. So we've used negative 2, we've used 1. 3. There we go. Okay. This is a relation. You know your domains because they're your x values. We know our ranges, they are our y values. Any confusion so far? I'm trying to go slow, so if I go too fast, hey, Mr. H, you're going too fast. Just let me know.
How do you know, like, which, like, letter goes with what number?
So this is the set of A. D is domains. R is ranges. So if I'm asking for the domains, domains is my x values. So I look for my x, y, right? My x is 1. X, y.
Oh.
My x is negative 2. X, y. X is 3. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Same thing for the range. Then I'd be looking for which letter when I look for the range.
2.
Not 2. What letter?
2. Oh, Y.
The y's. Does that make sense? So then 3, 1, negative 2. Okay. There are ways to show a relation. And there are 4 ways. The first way we just did. It's with ordered pairs. And again, I'm going to use these same ones. 1, 3, negative 2, 1, 3, negative 2. That's the first way to show a relation. It's just with ordered pairs. Who just talked? I don't know who just talked.
What did you say?
I said this is the first way to show a relation is by ordered pairs.
What?
Wait,
sorry.
That's right. This right here, ordered pairs, are a way to show a relation.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the first way to see a relation. Is
Yeah.
ordered pairs. Okay. I'm just showing you the ways that you could see a relation.
Oh, okay.
The second way is a table. Okay? A table is something like this. X, Y, 1, 3, negative 2, 1, 3, negative 2. Now, looking at the table, can we still make an ordered pair? Do we still have an X and a Y?
Yeah.
Yeah. This ordered pair, even though it's X, Y, is 1, 3. This one would be negative 2, 1. This is 3, negative 2. Everybody still with me? This is the same as this. Have I lost anybody yet? This right here, these ordered pairs, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, is in the table. Okay? The third way is kind of what we've already done. You can show a relation on a graph. So I'm not going to do this yet. You're going to. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Graph these 3 points on your own graph. Okay, so there's the graph. Graph these 3 points on your graph. X, Y. Not the graph we did on the warm-up, like make a new one. We're graphing this right here on these notes. So we're graphing these ordered pairs on this graph here. Okay, good. We're all on the right track. So I go 1 up 3. There's a point. Negative 2 up 1. There's a point. 3, negative 2. There's a point. This is the same as this. This graph is the same as this. This graph is the same as the ordered pairs. All 3 of those are showing a relation. The fourth way to see a relation, and what we're going to be working with the most today, is what's called mapping. Mapping has to do with the arrows that are drawn. So the fourth way to see a relation is called mapping. So my x's go in the left box, 1, negative 2, and 3. My y's go in the right box, 1, 3, 1, and negative 2. And then you're going to draw arrows that connect your x and your y. Wait a minute, Mr. Reyes, what do you mean? Well, x is 1. What's the y for 1? So if my x is 1, what's the y?
3.
My x is 1, my y is 3. So I draw an arrow from 1 to 3. That's the same thing. 1 to 3 is the same as 1 to 3 is the same as 1 up 3 is the same as 1, 3. What would I draw a line from negative 2 to what? So negative 2 is my x. What's its y? 1. What about for 3? I draw from 3 to what? From 3 to negative 2. That's a mapping diagram. Looking at a mapping diagram, can we still write ordered pairs? Sure. 1, 3, negative 2, 1, 3, negative 2. These are relations. Have I lost anybody yet on relations? Give me thumbs up if we're still doing all right. All you good? Okay. So, here's where it gets only this much. I'm going to not say trickier because I think this is what makes it easier. A function A function, stay with me, we're almost done. I need 10 minutes, y'all. That's it, 10 minutes. A function is a special relation. So we know a relation is a set of ordered pairs. So we're dealing with a special type of ordered pairs. A special relation where all domains have exactly and only one range. And I told you, hey, it might not make sense at first. This is the mathematical definition. It will not make sense. Okay? It will in a second. Oh. My daughter fell at recess.
Oh.
Good.
She hurt.
She went to the nurse. She's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Oh,
She's
I
tougher
was
than
on
her
the
brother.
swings and what's it called? I was like, I did a backflip off
Uh-huh.
and I hit my head on my back and I passed out.
What
What's it
the?
called? Like when you can't breathe for a second.
Knocking the wind out?
Yeah.
That's not
Happened
good.
to me
Girl, I was
several
playing
times.
tag in first grade and I ran to the fence and I got cut up.
None of that surprises me.
Oh,
Where did this fence come from? Like, it doesn't surprise me.
I was cut up
Whoa.
everywhere. I was bleeding.
I can see that.
What just happened? How did that happen?
That is
Oh
what
no,
you
go
did.
math.
You were making fun of me. And
Well, yeah. Okay.
That's hilarious.
Okay, here we go.
Jumped on the pickle.
Okay, wait. So, what really is a function for you guys to understand? Here we go.
I've jumped on it.
Okay, follow along. Listen. Guys, right now I need 5 minutes. You ready? So, what makes a function a function? X values cannot repeat.
No.
So, for it to be a function, the x values all have to be different. Listen again. The x values all have to be different. If I say, is this a function? You're looking at the x values. Have I said anything about the y values?
No.
The only thing that matters for a function is if the x values are different. So, we're going to use our same example. 1, 3. -2, 1. And 3, -2. Is this a function?
Yes.
1, -2, 3. The x values, come on guys.
Are all different.
Oh yeah, she should have remembered that.
So it is.
When? Like, I don't know. It was like, no.
This is
It was like a full.
a function because the x values are different.
Correct. I got it.
Is this a function?
Sorry, where'd you write it?
No.
How do you
Right.
choke on a pickle?
Yes.
Sorry, I was not
Like a dill pickle?
That's because you were putting on makeup.
It was so big. No, at St. Michael's.
Hey,
Guys,
Came last
stop,
year.
stop.
A pickle.
Is this a function?
Yes.
Why or why not? Why?
Because all the X's are different.
All the x's are different. Are the y's different?
No.
No. This says 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. My x's are all different. So this is a function. Is this a function? So we have 1 and 2, 3, -1 and 2. Because this is not a function, because 1 has an ordered pair of 1, 3 and 1, 2. The 1 repeats. Are the x's allowed to repeat? No. So this is not a function. But can we still find the domain and range? What are my x values here? What are the x values? 1 and 2. So my domain is 1 and 2. What's my range?
3, -1, 2.
3, -1, and 2. Because my range are my y's. What questions do we have here?
She like despises number 3.
It's 2 factors together.
Okay, so we're going to do a couple of these together before I let you loose on your own.
Oh, I went to go home.
Hmm?
I
Oh,
went to go
yeah.
home, like let us loose.
Yes, that's what I mean. If I had the power to let you just get home, man, that'd be fantastic. Okay, take a look on the side that I handed out to you where it says domain and range mapping diagrams. Take a look at number 1. All you're doing is telling me whether it's a function, yes or no. So we're looking at number 1. Are all of the x's different
Yep.
in number 1?
Yes.
See.
So let's take a look. 4 goes to 3.
Yeah.
6 goes to 3. And there's a line going from 6 to 7. So if 6 goes to 3 and to 7,
Oh, no.
that 6 is repeating. So immediately number 1 is a no because there are 2 lines coming off of that 6. Does everybody understand and see that?
Yes.
Okay, flip it over. So you have ordered pairs. The domain is which values?
The x.
The x values. So when I look at these ordered pairs, my x's are -2, 5, 9, 6, and 0. I'm looking at the x values because it's x comma y.
Do we write those?
Yep, so where it says domain, you'd write the -2, the 5, the 9, the -6, and the 0. So the range is the y's. So the range is -5, -4. Do I need to write -4 again if it's already there?
No.
Nope. -2 and 6. But then it says function and a question mark. Is this a function?
No.
Do the x's repeat? Look at just your x's.
So it's a function.
It is a function because the x's do not repeat, so you just put yes. You are doing the 8 on the front side, yes or no questions, and you're doing the 10 on the back side. You have 9 minutes right now to get started. Are there any last minute questions?
Are we doing all of it?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead and get started. Love you, kiddos.